There's another change. So everything is about posture and about your controls. My feet never go behind me to get her to go. If I want to side pass her to the right, I just put left leg on here and wait on it. Questions? Answers? Yes, ma'am.
So you're pulling her nose around kind of up into her shoulder until the hind feet cross over?
Yes.
And you hold on, and once you feel that hind foot come to step across, that's when you let go over?
That's correct. And I pull that face in conjunction with the foot movement. The more trouble you have in your animal, the more brace they develop, the less you can pull steady. You'll pull steady and flip one over.
Mm-hmm.
You'll pull, just like she would have fell over a while ago on the halter work. If we were to just hold and pull on her face, that's why I always ride with a slight bit of rhythm to her feet and to my body and to her, my hands to her feet. We'll check her back up. Yes, sir. She's sluggish backing. Okay, here's what has to happen for a backup. Now my body changes from forward to back. Forward to back. Now she has to learn to read that. I have to be the same all the time. Now here's the confused thing for the animal. If I don't know to change my posture and I don't know I want her to back, what is she to do? Now this is where you all draw the line. Forward only, back only. Left only, right only. This is where you guys have got to be more aware. Forward, I set up with good posture. So when I back her up, I pull the slack out of her reins, I sit down, I vibrate my legs a little bit, back up a foot. Now if I want to speed her back up, and on an older one, it's harder to do because they've always been there, leaned on, and run off. So I'll pull the slack out with a short feel, hands about as wide as her hip, and I'll back her up. Release. Back. Now my hands only stop forward, like this. And release that. Now, when I take my legs off and set down, now because her feet are not operable, all you see is her head up and her mouth open. So I have to take it a step at a time. There's a change. Whoa. Sorry. Now here's another fault. You see where she takes off?
Yeah.
No. I'm sitting down. This means back up. No. She's never had this support. Hang in here. Release. When they know what to do, they'll do it. Release. That was a nice try. See? Thank you, guys. Because here's the problem you all face. My biggest problem with the human is nobody wants to do enough to make a change, but they'll do the same thing to make it worse. When I pull on one, I never pull her hard. When she doesn't respond, she gets hard. I don't. Like that. That doesn't mean take off. That means find this release. Like that. No. I use my legs as throttle. She says, I did it. Let her stop here. Ask her to back again. Pull the slack out of your hands, vibrate your legs, sit down, and get your back up. And as she continues to learn, she'll realize these legs have power. Like that. See where I tapped her? I said, get off of your face. She said, I'm leaning on my face because my feet couldn't move. Now, you guys have to change. Let me share this with you. We're going forward because I'm riding forward. Like this. Now we're going right back to our basic ride. Follow my hand. Where does this go? Which way is this going? Which way is it going? There it goes. She said, oh, thanks for helping. Now we're not crossing that blue whip. Now, let's do it again. She says, I never had anybody this serious I'm riding forward. As long as I look like this, she needs to look like this. Now, I do have to work on all my lateral stuff because I want control. You'll see my feet, my posture doesn't change. And the more trouble she gets me in, the more forward I ride. She doesn't want to go anywhere, especially going to her ride. There's a little change. But I'm not here to pick on her. Now let's go back and look at our backup. This is forward. Forward. Don't go past that whip. Forward. There's a change. Okay, now, when I get that a little better, and that'll take weeks to months to improve. When I get that better like that, get my controls back with better movement, get my flexion, there's a nice change. Now watch the stop develop. Now when I stop, I change my posture completely. From forward to active legs to set down, back up. And I break at the waist and I set down like this. There's a nice change. Cool. Back up, release, back, release. You must stop the forward while asking for your backup. Always one is more dominant, yes. They can be almost even. That means stop. My body changes, my voice changes, my feel changes. We'll let her settle. Let's go back and just check her flexion out. Not too bad. No, because what that does, I mean, I might if I get something just really crazy running off, but I just kind of set my hands and let them learn to find that feel. But what I will do most of the time is I'll wiggle my body and my legs more than their face, because I really like their feet to move back. So I'll hang on here, release the feet. Now as she backs, I turn loose of her face a little bit, like that. So I eventually want her to back without any hands at all. So my legs vibrate, back her up, release her face. So I'm sitting down for that definite response of my body. Now back your feet, like that. See? So you can use as much leg as you do going forward, it's only in a reverse position. Questions? Well, it applies if she turns her head. But see, I try in the backup, I want her straight. Now what we've done in the past, if we turn her head to the right, she's not going to back, she's going to roll her hindquarters. Like that. We tip her left, she's going to roll her hindquarters. So I want her head straight, like this, and just in a backup, set down. And if I have to pull, I pull back like that. But we don't want to tip her nose with one hand, because that moves the hips over. Yeah. You can do that a little bit if you've got something that you need to vibrate a little like that. Yeah, but it's not very much. And your legs as well. So as soon as she starts backing, I try to soften up my feel. But if she was really leaning, you can do that to some degree, Bob, but you don't want to just get in the habit of doing that. Okay, what can I help you all with? Any questions? I don't know how much time we got left. Anybody know? Oh, good, we got plenty of time. 3 o'clock. Oh, yeah, bring the next one. What do we got next? Uh-oh. Oh, wow. I appreciate you all coming by. We got a little booth set up. If we can help you with anything, if you guys have any questions, yes, ma'am. Okay, she can't get a straight back up. Because the neck is bent, we're using one hand over the other. So if I wanted to back up crooked, like let's say that my mule turns his head. Let's turn to the right. Oh, yeah. No, now it's got to go left. Well, I'm probably turning the head too far.